Hey, good afternoon, fellas on YouTube from Airframe Fixer Shop. I'm in the middle of lawn care season for me. For those of you who don't really know, in fact, I don't really advertise it, but I have a lawn care business, a pest control operation, and I also do mosquito work. And I do quite a bit of mowing too on the side. I have a guy that does mowing for me. I subcontract out the bulk of the mowing to another guy, and I handle quite a bit too. Anyway, I want to share a tip with you guys. Anybody running commercial 21 Toros, the specifically the newer style, the kind of the one that looks like the X Mark. 22290 is the model I have. I have two of them, and I want to show you the difference of blades here. On the right is the OEM Toro blade. It's kind of got a low lift sail. There's no mulching teeth on the end, and it's fairly flat. And on the left-hand side is a brand new Oregon 94051, pardon that being upside down, high lift blade. And if you can look at the difference here, there's quite a big difference in the lift sail at the back of the blade. And I can say for sure that the cut quality is absolutely astounding with the high lift blade on that commercial 21. The one I have has the Kawasaki FJ180 motor on it, so there's plenty of power to spin that blade. Works great bagging. If you got a discharge chute, works great too. And I've run that machine on the highest setting through probably about foot tall dandelion and weed content, just doing a massive cleanup job with the discharge chute on, and it didn't even slow down. So can't say enough good things about these high lift blades. If you got a Toro Commercial 21 Oregon 94051 is a part number there. Hope you guys can have a chance to try those out. I think it's well worth it. Okay, moving on. I got a new trimmer today. I have to fill a void, and I'm also moving along some old equipment. So if you're not buying new gear and writing it off against your income, you're giving money to the government. So plan your equipment purchases in line with its amortization scale, and you'll actually save quite a bit of tax dollars if you're strategic with it. Anyway, I got that FS85 for free earlier this spring, and I actually got another one for free when I was inquiring about parts from one of my dealers. And they just happened to give me another beat up, rundown FS85. I got some cool machine work to share with you with that one, because the spark plug hole was completely wallowed out, and I've got I'm not showing you the kit here, but I've got a new TimeCert style spark plug repair insert to go into that cylinder. I've had to make a couple of modifications because it's just not going to work well with a two-stroke combustion chamber. So this is the seat cutter. I'm just going to fast forward here. Those who have done spark plug repairs will pretty much know what I'm talking about. This is the seat cutter. This is basically one of the final steps before you drive in. You screw in your insert and drive in the locking collar on it. But I've actually had to make a special adapter, a driver on the lathe, so I can drive that. I'll have to set it up in the mill, and we'll have to do a couple more features on here. I got to put a pin through that to drive the seat cutter through that tab right there, and I'll have to do some grinding on the mill. And yes, I said grinding on the mill. I've got a cup wheel here. Run that at about 4,000 RPM and just do light grind cuts, because I've got to use a hardened pin inside there. Anyway, short and long of it is I got another FS85 to rebuild. I'll keep you guys posted with that. Basically 2 free machines, and had to throw parts at them, and they'll make their way to new homes. I remember why I sold my original FS85 now. So anyway, quick trimmer overview for you there. There's a good comparison about the overall length. I know a lot of you guys that sling these around all day long, and that's sometimes me when my mow guy needs a day off, or I've got a lot of scalping to do prior to a seeding job, that it's pretty tough on the lower back. So the FS85 was my first machine when I moved here 12 years ago. I sold it for T242. I had a bike handle 250 turned into a 350. I have a 550. Actually, this is kind of cool. There's my 550 right there, and it's got a shredder blade on it. That's a pretty cool piece of equipment for basically taking down trees, turning them into mulch in situ. It's pretty neat machine. Anyways, and for you guys in America, those blades and that guard is not available in your country, probably because of a lawsuit at some point. Anyways, I just hit the 5-minute mark there. I thought it was going to time out, but then I switched over to T242, ran that until 2016. Kind of underpowered, nice, well-balanced machine. I put a longer shaft on it from a pole pruner. It's a spline drive shaft with a gearbox. And then I sold that, got a 525 LST. Overall, great machine. Did not like the torque gearbox. So when I found out there's a dealer in town that did Red Max, I ordered up BCZ in Canada, we pronounce it, but BCZ260S is the model number, and it's my go-to day-to-day unit. And I've got 2 of those. My Mo guy has got one at his place right there. So it's a great weekly account machine, but I wanted more power. There's the 302X, just picked that up today. Had to drive 60 miles or 100 kilometers away to get that, but they sold it at the 2018 price, so that actually made up the difference in fuel. So anyway, initial impressions, it reminds me of the first time I hit the throttle on a broken FS250R. It's pretty fun. It's got a ton of power, a lot of high speed, and the gearbox there, it doesn't have the torque head. As I said, I don't like those. And I ran it for an hour. Yep, my hands were vibrating a little bit, but overall it's got great balance. As you can see, it's a little bit longer than the Red Max and the FS85. Speed feeds on everything, super well balanced, and relatively low vibes. And for what I'm going to do with it, it's going to be just fine. Anyway, hopefully that helps somebody out that's looking for a comparison. Uh-oh, sirens. And again, quite a bit bulkier unit from the top, and but quite a bit more power than the Red Max and the steel. And after I rebuilt that steel, it just reminded me why I sold it in the first place. I think great for its time, but there's a lot better out there for balance and power and vibration. If you were to buy one of these things, just get the Red Max, straight up. It's miles above the equivalent Husky in terms of comfort. And the reason for that is that trigger is just that much longer, and you hold your hand farther up. And contrary to a lot of what you read on the internet, the gearbox angles are exactly the same, and I measured them with some very precise instruments. So, and they have the same part number too. But overall, if you need a big machine, I won't for sure put my stamp on the Shindaiwa t302 before I run it for a bit more time. But for anybody interested that wants to save their back, they're looking for more power, and for guys running Toro commercial 21s, hopefully this helps you out. Right on. Thank you very much, and take it easy.